want to talk about committing. Commit. When you decide to do something, then all manner of things move in support of that. Goethe, the philosopher, the German philosopher, said that was important. By commitment, let me give you an example, personal example. I decided that I wanted to get fitter. I keep generally quite fit, but I needed to get fitter. And my friend Adam was doing a cycling charity fundraiser in northern France between all the battlefields. Done one before, was going to do one again this year. And I decided to commit by getting a date in the diary, the 11th to the 17th of June. Not only did I commit, but I put down some money to pay for it, deposit. And then I was fully committed. I had to fundraise, in this case for Help for Heroes and for Lee's charity, the Inspiring Leadership Foundation, helping women and girls who've been through violence and abuse, raising funds for them. But the fact that I committed to that date, then I had to get myself a bike. I didn't even have a bike, so I had to get out and get a bike. Then I had to get fit, and I had to go out and train and get the miles in the saddle on the bike and my general cycling fitness up. And then I had to get the gear and all that kind of stuff. However, if I said to myself, I'm going to do a charity fundraiser, I'm going to become more of an endurance athlete, because I used to do a lot of endurance athletic things like mountain marathons, but I haven't done them for many years. And I wanted to do this, and I'd sort of lost my way a bit with my fitness. It was generally okay, but didn't have a particular focus, a goal to commit to. But if I said, I'm going to get fit and train up and do all these things, and then when I've done that, then I'm going to choose a goal, never would have happened. But the fact that I put a date in the calendar and I told people I was doing it, particularly my wife, Lee, there was no way out. I mean, I could, but now my personal pride was involved. And I was so focused on doing that, that all manner of other things had to get sorted out to go with that. But I'd cleared the diary and I was going. The other thing about committing yourself is a lovely thing called the 5-second rule. You just literally say to yourself, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Do it, act on it, get up, get out of bed. Don't procrastinate. By having the 5-second rule, you are really committing yourself to doing something. I think it's a very easy one for us to often say we're going to do something, but we don't. We procrastinate. So little techniques like the 5-second rule, like putting a date in the calendar, everything else works to support that. And I think you should think about that from the point of view of your personal life, your fitness, your health, well-being, going on a retreat. I said I was going to do the Hoffman process. I committed. I actually wrote to them and said, I want to sign up for this particular date. I had to go through a whole process to get there. But then I had the dates in the diary. I was going. And there was, in my mind, little doubt that I would now do it. But I think if you make great promises of one day you're going to do something, I use a thing called Todoist, which is an electronic task list. It's really good. Various projects, about 9 different projects. One of them is someday maybe. Problem with someday maybe, it just sits in there. There's no particular date. However, it's funny enough, it's in the back of my mind. So, for example, I've been saying for some years, I want to have solar panels on the house. Certain events happened, and I said I was going to do this. I've been thinking about it for 5 years, and now I've got solar panels on the house, reducing my carbon footprint, reducing the cost of my electricity bill. So I would just say, get something in the diary, commit to it, and then all manner of things will move to support that. So commit and the 5-second rule.